Hi everyone, this is Tim Newmeyer, Tech Service Manager with PMC, and today we're going to go over troubleshooting the hose sensor. Okay, today we're going to go over troubleshooting the hose sensor and using the manual override on the Eaton and the Omron controllers. Okay, since we're going to be working on pressurized and heated piece of equipment, all right, safety first. Before we go into a manual override on our controllers, we want to put a thermometer into the end of the whip. Okay, we need to do this in order to know what the temperature is of the fluid within the hose. We can no longer see that because we have a sensor signal break. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a thermometer and I'm going to maybe about 24 inches, maybe 28 inches back from the end of the whip, and I'm going to insert it through the scuff jacket and kind of up against the insulation, okay, that's covering the hose. Okay, I'm not going to puncture the hose or anything, but so I'm now going to have my thermometer here, and I'm going to have it in a point that I can easily look back at it. All right, what I'm going to do as well is what I like to do is get some black electrical tape, and I put the tape over the scuff jacket to try to keep the thermometer as tight up against the hose as I can. Okay, so as I'm spraying, I can look at that thermometer. One thing to always keep in mind is that the temperature reading on this thermometer is approximately 20 degrees below what the actual fluid temp is inside of the hose. Okay, so if I need 120 degrees to spray with, I want to see 100 degrees on this thermometer. Okay, as I said before, we have two different controllers. This is our Eaton controller. It's the most common controller that we have on PMC equipment, but we also have the Omron brand, which we've introduced onto our equipment about a year or so ago, but we're going to show how to manually override both controllers. Okay, what we're seeing here is what the Eaton controller will be flashing when we're getting a break in the signal from either the sensor TSU or somewhere within the purple wire within the length of the hose. What we're doing here is on this manual override is a temporary fix, okay? So we can continue to work until we get a replacement part, either a new sensor or we fix the break within the hose. Okay, so as we're showing this error code, you're going to notice that the amp light down on your hose transformer is off. Okay, we are going to now raise the percentage of power that the hose heat system is putting out, and we're going to continue to raise this. The white amp light will begin to pulse until we get up to 100% of power. The amp light will be on solid. Okay, so we're going to keep it at 100% until we reach our required set point that's on the thermometer within the whip. Okay, once we get to our required set point, we're now going to drop that percentage down to say 70%. Okay, so we're gonna drop that down to 70, but we have to keep an eye on that throughout the course of the day. Okay, and keeping in mind that this is a temporary override. Okay, everyone, we're going to see here that this is the signal error that is going to show on the newer style Omron controller. Right? It's showing almost the same as what was on the Eaton, but rather than SBER, this is SERR. So it's a sensor signal error. Okay, so what we're going to do is, and you're going to notice that these buttons are a lot smaller than are on the Eaton, but what we're going to do is we're going to push in this middle button TF, and we're going to hold it for a second or two, and the number on the right hand side is going to go to 0. Okay, so everything is going to function the same as what we had on the Eaton controller. Okay, so we're going to raise that up to 100, or I believe with this one it goes up to 105, but your amp light will begin to pulse just like it did before. Okay, we're going to be monitoring our thermometer that we have in our whip. Okay, and then until we get to set point, then we're going to lower it down, say to 70% or whatever is required to maintain that set point. Okay, so maybe we'll go down to, we'll go up to 70. Okay, so we're going to keep it at 70%. Like I said, you're going to raise or lower that percentage number as required throughout your day of spraying. But also keep in mind that we need to buy a new part. We need to get a replacement part for whatever is wrong. Okay, either the sensor or if you have a bad purple wire within your hose, but the part needs to be replaced. Thanks again for watching. Look for more videos from PMC and have a safe day.
Cut.
I was like, wait a minute, where are you going?